Hey guys, it's Janice. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my first ever like de-haul, unhaul type situation for books. I've gotten rid of books before, but this is my first time filming it, and I just donated last month a ton of books to a children's charity event that was held at my local comic shop. I gave away a bunch of my Percy Jackson books, and I gave away Paper Towns by John Green, which I just bought and read, enjoyed, and just donated it because I know it's going to go to some kid that's probably going to enjoy it a lot. So I was, I gave those away. I wish I'd gone through my books a little bit more because there are a couple other books for kids that I could have donated, but a lot of these that I'm getting rid of aren't really for kids too much or whatever. But so let's just get into it. First thing I'm getting rid of, and I feel bad getting rid of things that were given to me, but it's just not something I was ever interested in. It was a really weird gift. So it's actually in pretty crappy condition. I don't know why, because it's brand new and it's given to me, but there's like some damage right here. But it says The Wild Things by Dave Eggers, and I guess it's a novel based on the Maurice Sendak Where the Wild Things Are, and it was just not anything I was ever interested in. I couldn't even get myself to start it. I think I read like the first page or something, and I tried a few times, and it was just not anything I was ever interested in. Had I remembered this and just seen it on my shelf when I was making my donation, this is definitely something I would have thrown in there. So that is the first thing. The second thing, I just don't like the copy of this. It's not, I haven't read it. It is something I wanted to read at one point, and I may want to read it at some point again, but I don't like this copy. I don't have any desire to read it right now. And, I think I'm pretty certain it's one of the ones I can get free in the Kindle store because it's a classic, but it is Pygmalion by Bernard Shaw, and it's just like, I don't like it. It's like a library copy. It's got this little thing. It came in a box of books I bought from a person. Like, she's moving to China, and she had a box of stuff that she wanted to get rid of on Craigslist, and there were a couple books in there that I really wanted to read, like, or really wanted, that I loved, like Alas Babylon, and I can't remember the other one, but it was called, like, gosh, it was something I read as a kid that I loved, and when I bought it, it was actually my second copy of it. I didn't realize I already had a copy of it when I went to put it on my shelf, but anyway, so this one I'm just getting rid of. It's not something I want. So the next thing, and I bought this at the dollar store, and I tend to give books a try, even if they're at the dollar store, though. If they're at the dollar store, there's generally a reason. So, though I have found some pretty interesting books, the most recent one that I found and bought was by Gregory Maguire, the guy that wrote Wicked, and I haven't read it, but it's like the last queen of something. I don't know what it's about, but I figured it's by the guy that wrote Wicked. I love Wicked, so I was gonna give it a chance. But this one I bought there, and it's called The Fates Will Find Their Way by Hannah Pittard, or Pittard, I don't know how you say it, but I hated this book. I couldn't finish it. I hated this book. I don't know how to explain it. Like, the way it was written really just made me want to strangle somebody. It's about a girl that goes missing. It says, let's see, let me read it to you. 16-year-old Nora Lindell is missing, and the neighborhood boys she's left behind are caught forever in the heady current of her absence. As the days and years pile on, the mystery of her disappearance grows. A collection of rumors, divergent suspicion, and tantalizing what-ifs. And that's what this is. It's just all what-ifs. I didn't get to the end, so I don't know, like, if there is, like, oh, it's upside down. Like, the wrappers, the sleeves on upside down. I didn't get to the end, so I don't know if they ever, like, get into exactly, like, if they ever say exactly what happened, but it's just a bunch of what ifs. But it's not written like, what if she ran away and got married? It's like, what if she ran away from home and so saw her at the bus stop. So it starts off as what if, but then it's told like it actually happened, and it was just really weirdly written, and I didn't care for it. I couldn't finish it. I hated it. And it's really weird for me to say I hated it, but I hated it. The next thing I'm getting rid of, and this is given to me when I worked at Starbucks for 6 years, and Starbucks drives me crazy, but I had the best customers. It was the best customer experience of my life. There are some crazy assholes that come in there, but there are also some amazing regulars. And I talked a lot with my regulars about books, and it was not uncommon for me to get a box or a bag of books from customers. And this is one that I received, and I just never read it. It's Caleb Carr, The Angel of Darkness. It was just not anything that ever it just didn't draw me in at all. I think Carl mentioned wanting to read it, but he's never picked it up. I'll give him an option to keep it or whatever if he wants to put it on his shelf, but I'm tired of it being on my shelf because it's not something I want to read. The next thing I got years and years and years ago, I was really into this show called Heroes, which just got renewed or revamped or whatever. But anyway, I was really into it, and so I got the Saving Charlie book. I actually have like 2 copies of this book, or had. I think I got rid of the other one. I tried to read it and it wasn't anything that I was interested in. I was definitely interested in the hero Charlie storyline in the show. It was really heartbreaking. But so, getting rid of that. The other thing, a whole set, or not a whole set, just a bunch of the Sookie Stackhouse books. I read them and liked them or whatever, but didn't love them, whatever. So I'm going to be getting rid of those. These next books are... I do this thing where I'm sent books to read and put an honest review on Amazon or whatever, but they're not anything fun. Like it's not fiction or memoir or anything like that. They're mostly like self-help or recipe books. I do know somebody that got the new Harper Lee book, but I was not lucky enough to get that. So a lot of these, or a couple of these, I'm going to be keeping. Like I got a really cool wine one, a nifty philosophy one. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right above my head right here somewhere. I don't know. I can kind of see it in the mirror, but it's a philosophy book back there. I got the wine one, philosophy one other one. Oh, a pressure cooker book, which I think is really cool. I don't have a pressure cooker, but it's a really cool book. But a bunch of these are like lame. And I read them to review them, but it's just not anything I was ever interested in. So it's Robert's Rules of Order and Action. This is just how to participate in meetings with confidence. It was interesting, but not something you couldn't easily Google online. And that's pretty much what all of these books are right here. Facebook Marketing for Small Businesses. I don't have a small business, but it had pretty good information. There's some duct tape on it, but it had some good information, but again, not something you couldn't Google. So LinkedIn, the story, tell your story, land the job, book about using LinkedIn. How exciting could that be? These all had useful information, and that's pretty much what my review said. And then like, follow, share, social media marketing. This was actually probably the most interesting of these like self-help-ish books. I don't have a business. This could come in useful with like booktubing, but I'd rather just kind of wing it and be myself and make my videos and stuff like that. But it had a lot of really interesting information. So hopefully there's going to be somebody out there that is interested in these books. And then the last one that I have here is Keto in 28. This is actually the most recent one I was given, and I'm not a big dieting fan. You don't get any option on the books that you choose. You can reject something you're not interested in. But even if I'm not interested in something, I want to give it a chance. So I got this, and I'm not a big fan of dieting, and this is no exception. It's got good information, and I do know that it's like something that some people can use, but there's like a sentence in the beginning of this book that's like, that talks about, gosh, let me find it because it like really freaking annoyed me. Let's see, where is it at? I'll never find it. But it talks about how this benefit of having a ketogenic diet, and but then it says, okay, here it is actually. All right, once in ketosis, your body will not only start to burn off fat, but it'll also begin to power up your brain. While the science behind this powering up of the brain is not yet readily accessible to the general public, many people report feeling clearer and more focused after being on a ketogenic diet. And it just like really bugged me because it was like, it'll do this. I mean, there's not any proof that it'll do this, but some people say it has. And that really bugged me. So, like I said, not a big fan of dieting books, but that one really irked me. And I put that in my review. The next book I have, it doesn't have a cover or anything, and it's Magic, the first book in the Septimus Heaps book series. This is the only one I read, and I remember really enjoying this, but I never got around to any of the other ones. And it's just like a really oddly shaped book. I want to continue reading the series, but I think I'm going to try to see if it's available in ebook format, because, the next one I'm almost embarrassed to share because I'm like a massive nerd, but it is the MuggleNet.com What Will Happen in Harry Potter 7 that came out before the last Harry Potter book. And yeah, I read this like, oh my god, the moment I got it, I just like read through it and I was like, oh my god, I totally think that's gonna happen. This book is so good. I don't need it anymore, and I don't think anybody needs it anymore. I know nobody needs this book anymore, but I'm still gonna donate it. And then the last couple things I'm gonna be getting rid of. One of them I think I'm gonna just chunk, but oh gosh, it's so hard to say this to get rid of these, but okay, I don't have Harry Potter, the series. I've had it throughout the years, but always used books and mismatching sets and let people borrow them. So I only have 4 of them, and so I'm going to be getting rid of them because I'm going to be buying the paperback set soon, but I don't know like if I should donate these or chunk them because they're in like really bad conditions. But anyway, really bad condition. So this is a Chamber of Secrets, really bad condition. Oh my gosh, it's like, yeah, I'm chunking that. So getting rid of that one. The Half-Blood Prince, it's not in that bad condition. I might donate this one. I don't know what happened to this, if it was like this when I got it, but it clearly looks like it's been eaten by something. And so this is the Goblet of Fire. Gosh, this is just touching these books is so like makes me want to read them again. Gosh, and I haven't been like inspired to read a Harry Potter book again. I've read these each like 5 times at least. Gosh, I feel like it's calling to me. But I'm buying the paperback set, so I gotta get rid of these. And then this one, I really, like, I'm so bad, or I used to be. I'm way better with it. But I'm so bad, I used to be really bad about keeping sleeves. And so I have the Deathly Hallows. This is the only one I ever picked up new. And I went to the midnight release the night before my best friend's mom's wedding. She was having her wedding in Mexico, and we went to the midnight release and picked it up, and then we drove to Mexico, and we rode with her mom to Mexico, and it was just so good. Such a good reminiscing night. I think I'm only going to be donating the Half-Blood Prince and the Deathly Hallows. And then I will be chunking these 2 because they're just not in good enough condition to be worth donating to anybody. But so that's it. Don't judge me on getting rid of the Harry Potter books. I promise you I'm getting them again. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.